Yo, what is up? 1.7 update has dropped, and these are the mods that you can expect from this mod pack. The first one is the crew return mod, or this is what you call the return crew to vehicle mod. This will do it for you automatically. Here's an example. The T52 that I have here is the same crew as my LT432 crew. I just need to click on it and it will transfer the crew immediately from the T52 straight to the LT432. Now, for you to make it work seamlessly, of course, you need to use the crew at least once, either in a game or in training room. If you went into training room and take out the crew, it will remember this crew. Okay, now the second mod that's available here on this mod pack will be the Remember Equipment mod. Remember Equipment mod works for equipment like movable equipment like the binocular telescope. What's the other two? Camouflage net, and the last one will be the repair. Where's the toolbox? So these three equipment: toolbox, binocular telescope, and camouflage net. When you move tanks, the binocular telescope will follow you around. The camouflage net and the toolbox will follow you around. You don't need to manually dismount it. Now here's a trick for you. The problem with this mod is, let's say I'm using the binocular telescope on my Hellcat. I'm playing a game and it died. If I left the game while the game is still going on, the game is not over, I'll try to get into another game in my T52, for example. I only have one binocular telescope, so it will show up empty because I only have one binocular telescope. So the trick to making this work is to have two binocular telescopes, and you will avoid this situation ever. It will never happen to you because you always have one binocular telescope in reserve. As you can see there, I have one in the depot and one applied. So I have two binocular telescopes, two camouflage nets, and two toolboxes at all times. Alright, the next mod is the return camo mod, and how it works is every time you get into your paint garage, all your camouflage and paints are from that nation is demounted. So you can see all the available camo here, it's demounted, and once you mount it onto the tank, and it will remember it every time you go to that tank. Now this camo doesn't work for the Clan War rewards camo because these camos is fixed to whatever tank you put it onto. It's permanent. It doesn't work for the Clan War rewards camo, and it does not work for preset styles. Preset styles, you still need to do them manually. And also one more thing, when you use the follow camo, when you're using this mod and you're playing Frontlines, it doesn't work as well on Frontlines. A lot of times, two tanks of the same nation share the same camo pattern, and what happens is when you go into a battle with another tank, it will end up with no camo at all. So for those guys playing in Frontlines, I suggest you mount preset styles on your tier 8 tanks just for the frontline battles. Also remember, you always get a receipt every time you change your tanks over, change your camo over. They always print out a receipt for you, like the Hellcat here, camouflage, your paint. Basically, you get a receipt for it. Sometimes it's buggy and nothing shows up here, so don't panic if that happens. It happens sometimes, especially when we are early in the mod pack development. Sometimes these receipts come up as blank and you know, just squares or something. So don't worry about it. If it is buggy, it still works for you. After that, you just need to log in to xvm.com and activate your XVM stats if you want to use that. If you don't want to use XVM stats, that's fine as well. It's not a problem. But once you've logged in and done all the necessary verification and all that, you can just follow these settings that I'm using as well. One of the good things about using this XVM mod is you can draw on the maps, and guys that are using XVM mods as well, they will be able to see what you draw on the map. Just follow these settings and you'll be fine. Of course, if you're using XVM stats, you need to renew it every 2 weeks. There is a reminder of it for you in the game client. The timer runs out every 2 weeks. You need to reactivate them for some reason. I don't know why, but that's just the way it works. So follow these settings that I have here in my XVM settings if you want to use your mini map for you to be able to draw directions, draw arrows and stuff like that. It's really useful if you want to communicate some directions to your teammates, platoon mates, clan wars and stuff like that. It's really useful if you know how to use it. So I hope all this information has been useful to you, and I hope you enjoyed this mod pack as much as I've enjoyed making it for you. Please give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.